people make money selling. Why can't I? That's my mindset.
What would you recommend that mindset to other people that are complete and utter beginners?
No.
So what would you recommend for a complete beginner?
Intensive. Dropship first, learn the business, and then start a brand. You need to understand what you're doing. But I'm confident I can make this work because I'm just going through the process again, right? So I've got the ideology, I've got the brand, the aesthetic that I want to sell. Now it's just a case of testing products, testing creatives under that brand, and something will pop eventually, which it already kind of is. Now it's just an instance of waiting for stock to land so I can scale.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's pretty much it. It's just a process, right? So number one, create the brand, launch the product, test it, and then it's just a process of once something is break even, just iterating, and yeah, it should just continue to scale.
Makes sense.
That's pretty much it.
So now you're in month 2 of running your brand. Why are you so sure that this is actually going to work?
Because in the year gap we had of selling the company, obviously we've been working with people as well, kind of like an agency / clients. They've like worked with us one-to-one, obviously because of our skill set. We've scaled like 3 to 4 brands over $100,000 per month already. Just implementing the stuff like we pretty much did before, and a couple of them are going to be, I think we've got one guy hitting $200,000 this month, so we're working them, we scaled them up as well, and it's the same tactics we'll be implementing into this brand once obviously we got the foundations right. So it's just a repeat in the procedure at the moment, pretty much.
Do you think anyone can kind of come in and repeat the same procedure and just win?
Yeah, 100%. So the hardest part is basically getting 0 to 1 right. If you've got a product that works, it's so easy to get you to 100K a month. That's pretty much it.
So this is kind of an interesting point because I've spoken about this to a lot of different people. Do you think anyone can see success in entrepreneurship, or do you think there's only certain people that can actually see success?
Certain people.
Certain people.
Yeah.
What do you think those characteristics are?
So I was talking to you about this at the Luke Belmer event. You have to be able to dictate your own life and think for yourself. So I think there's a pandemic now of people wanting to be entrepreneurs when they're probably not, because obviously like Andrew Tate, stuff like this, cool guys, but people promote it as a lifestyle. But like realistically, you have to be a certain type of person to which you can envision a plan, create a plan, and solve problems, and also dictate what you do in a day. So you got to be able to create your own schedule to optimize creating a business. Some people just like having a schedule put for them. So like a 9 to 5 will suit most people. That's just the reality, right? Not everyone can be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And having a job isn't bad.
Yeah, I completely agree with that as well. I think a lot of people that are trying to be entrepreneurs now would be much happier, and they'd probably even earn more money in the longer term if they were like number 4 or number 5 or number 2 in a company. They can still use their brain and still think of cool shit and still do great stuff, but they have that regimented stuff where an entrepreneur is very difficult because you are your own boss, and it's a really difficult thing to actually like do and struggle with. And
you have to learn a lot more, and there's way more risk. Like things can go wrong, right? Like really wrong. So you got to be, in my opinion, you got to know where all the leaks could be, and you got to be risk averse. So you got to understand like where you can go wrong to prevent it. So it's a completely different way of thinking. So if you don't think like that, it's probably not for you.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
I completely agree.